Opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed. Pursuant to Clause 6 of Rule 18, further proceedings on this amendment offered by the gentleman from Tennessee will be postponed. It is now in order to consider Amendment Number 13, printed in Part B of House Report 118-559. For what purpose does the gentleman from Arizona seek recognition?
Mr. Chairman, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 13, printed in Part B of House Report number 118-559, offered by Mr. Gosar of Arizona.
Pursuant to House Resolution 1316, the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Gosar, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in strong support of my Amendment 13 to the fiscal year 2025 State Foreign Operations Bill. This amendment prohibits funds for the Tech Camp public diplomacy program within the State Department's Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs. If you believe its website, the Tech Camp, quote, creates connections, sparks innovation, and empowers civil society to solve the world's most pressing challenges through technology, end of quote. In reality, the actual purpose of the Tech Camp program is to spread progressive ideology around the world. What's even more shocking is that the Tech Camp is linked to Anatoly Baryonenko, and he is the trainer for the taxpayer-funded program. Baryonenko is the founder of the texty.org.ua, which placed me and 116 representatives on a hit list for not supporting Ukraine. Americans shouldn't have to fund efforts to propagandize foreign countries with progressive ideology. Neither should they have to fund programs that have taxpayers-funded organizations that create hit lists that potentially threaten the security of American leaders. Let's defund the wasteful Tech Camp program. I urge my colleagues to vote yes on my amendment, and with that, I reserve.
The gentleman from Arizona reserves. For what purpose, gentlewoman from California, seek recognition?
Mr. Chairman, I claim the time in opposition to this amendment.
Gentlewoman from California is recognized.
Thank you, and I rise in opposition to this amendment, which seeks to cut all funding for the Tech Camp public diplomacy program. Tech Camp is designed to support good governance and mitigate violent extremism. Through Tech Camp workshops, the State Department connects private sector technology experts with key populations, journalists, non-governmental organizations, and civil society advocates to explore and apply innovative tech solutions to global issues. Tech Camp also boosts U.S. economic engagement around the globe by highlighting United States technical and private sector innovation. I understand that attention to this program has increased after a former participant was involved in activities that some members take exception to. There are thousands of participants from more than 110 countries making an impact through this program. An effective foreign policy tool should not be disposed of because of the actions of one participant a decade after they left the program. This past year, one tech camp in Nepal funded a digital outreach campaign for the management of antimicrobial resistance. Another in Kazakhstan, educates people in Central Asian countries on how to protect themselves from Russian propaganda and fact-check information, as well as developed cybersecurity skills in women in the region through online webinars. These are not programs we should be cutting, and so I urge my colleagues to oppose this amendment. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from California reserves. The gentleman from Arizona is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I find this priceless, that it's hindering violent extremism. I just listed what over 100 of my colleagues were listed on a hit list. Talk about extremism, that's the key component of this. So if everybody has to suffer, I don't think that we'll have any problems when we hang these people out to dry that have actually abused this program. And maybe we'll have some more civil society in that regards. And with that, I yield. With that, I reserve the balance.
Gentleman from Arizona reserves. The gentlewoman from California is recognized.
I urge a no vote. I yield back. Balance
The
my
gentlewoman from California yields back. The gentleman from Arizona is recognized.
Yes, once again, I ask everybody to vote for this amendment because this is hypocrisy at its finest. Thank you. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Arizona. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the amendment is